All right, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna be reviewing a video from an introvert rock star. It's about a story here in Atlanta, in Georgia, where I live at. It's about these two 19-year-old teen black kids were found deleted in the mountains of Hiawassee, Georgia. All right, let's check it out.
I can't say what happened. Wasn't there, but that's a tough sell. Quadir and Nazir Lewis were 19-year-old identical twins from Lawrenceville. According to their family, they had lots of love between one another and lots of life plans, including a trip to Boston scheduled the day before they were found dead. Investigators found them both shot to death at the top of Bell Mountain, nearly 100 miles away from home, with the plane tickets to Boston in their wallets. Tuesday, the GBI arrested a Towns County volunteer firefighter, Scott Curlin, and charged him with misdemeanor obstruction. They say he took a photo of the deadly crime scene and posted it on social media. We knocked on his door in Hiawassee. We saw him, but he wouldn't open the door. We just want to give you a chance to explain your side. And oh no, don't try to hide now. I told y'all on this channel, we hold racist Caucasian people accountable, because if I took pictures of two dead Caucasian teens, it wouldn't be no misdemeanor. It would be a felony charge. Matter of fact, my mugshot would be all over social media. Yep. This dude, you couldn't even find his mugshot at first. You had to really search for it. News outlets weren't even posting his face. Make that make sense. And like I said, if it was me, my mugshot will be everywhere, but don't even trip. Let's get into this article, because I want to show y'all it's a pattern with these sundown towns in Georgia. And this article is about a new...
I wouldn't be surprised he had something to do with it. Like, if they come to find out, I'm going to make sure I keep up with this case, but I wouldn't be surprised if he had something to do with it or know who did it.
New York Post, it was published March 19, 2025 at 1:14 a.m. So this morning, Georgia firefighter fired for sharing death scene photos of twin brothers on Mountain Peak. A Georgia firefighter was fired and arrested for allegedly taking photos of the gruesome scene where twin 19-year-old brothers were found dead on top of a mountain and sharing them publicly. Scott Curlin, a volunteer firefighter in Towns County, is accused of interfering in the investigation regarding the deaths of Lawrenceville brothers Quadir and Nazir Lewis on March the 8th. The 42-year-old Jitterbug allegedly shared the photos of the Lewis brothers' death scene for the public, the Georgia Bureau of Investigation announced Tuesday. And I told y'all in the other video about this story, in these sundown towns, they talk, they gossip, especially when a murder happens. It's only 1,002 people. Everybody knows what happens. It's literally in their history. I'm going to read it again for y'all. Towns County saw a sharp drop in black residents between 1900 and 1910 and had zero African Americans within its borders from 1920 to 1940. Oral evidence suggests the county seat of Hiawassee had a reputation for violence against African Americans, particularly after nightfall, aka sundown towns. And see, the news can fool a lot of people, but they can't fool me. This happened March 8th. Fast forward, it's March 19th. They had time to put their stories together. They had time to say, okay, we're going to put you on the news. We're going to put this person on the news to make it seem like, oh, the town don't know what's going on. It's only 1,002 people. They know what's going on. They gossip in these small towns. I'm telling you what I know. But like I always tell y'all, these people are on.
Man, I remember one time it was years ago. I was about maybe 20 years old. I was I was at one of those day labor spots. I was trying to make some money. They sent us up to Forsyth County. And you from Georgia, you know about Forsyth County. That used to be Oscarville, Georgia. Is it known as Lake Lanier now, where they ran all the black residents out. They lied and said some girl was great, and they flooded the whole city to make a dam. That's up that way. Man, not far from there anyway. Make a long story short, we got a ride up there, and somebody supposed to come and pick us up, and why they didn't show up, and it was getting dark in Forsyth County. You talking about somebody scared, man? Oh, I forgot somebody ended up giving us a ride, man, but I was so scared up there in Forsyth County, I didn't know what to do. So yeah, it's true. these sundown towns around here in Georgia, man, you got to be careful, especially in Forsyth County up that way. Georgia 400 way, be real careful.
The same team when it's against our people, the cops, the news outlets, the locals, the restaurants, the DA, the cops, the investigators, the coroner, they all on the same team. I'm telling you, the game is cold. He later bonded out of jail, according to the outlet. Officials did not release any additional details in the case. So you don't see the pattern when it comes to these people. When it comes to their people, they need time to investigate. They're not releasing any additional details. But let you or me commit a crime, they're releasing all additional details. They got the autopsy. They said the autopsy is finished, but they still need time to investigate. What? Make that make sense. But I've been doing stories about this, and it was a story that happened in Georgia last year. Check this out.
The 25-year-old was in the Navy, currently stationed in Jacksonville, Florida.
He was an aviation ordnanceman. He's responsible for all of the weapon systems.
Devin came home to Atlanta last week. Thursday night, November 7th, he went to Hartsfield-Jackson Airport to rent this Jeep Compass so he could drive back to Jacksonville to get to work the next day. He never showed up, and his family never heard from him again.
We had the picture of him in the car, well, the back of the car, leaving the airport, and that's the last that we know.
They filed a missing persons report with Atlanta police and put the word out on social media.
It was 6 days of not knowing.
What the family did not know at the time, Monday, 4 days after Devin left Atlanta, a fisherman in Telfair County, almost 200 miles away, discovered the body of a man on a boat ramp along the Ocmulgee River. The GBI says the man had no ID, no signs of trauma to his body, and they had no idea who he was. 2 days later, the family got a call from the GBI. When Devin's father described Devin's tattoos, it was confirmed the body found along the river was Devin.
He was a Christian, and he had tattoos on both sides of his arms with crosses.
Yeah, and that was what the identification was made off of that.
The rented Jeep he was driving has not been found. According to the police report, Devin called Enterprise Rental Cars Saturday morning, saying the car was lost. And that adds to the mystery. The family is trying to make sense of it all, but can't.
And see another healthy young black man leaving the Atlanta airport. What's up with that airport? But I tell my people all the time that's in Georgia, that's in Atlanta. See, the metro area, Atlanta, the city part, is cool. But as soon as you get outside that metro area, Georgia is stuck in the 1940s. I'm telling you, it's racist as hell. And nothing has changed there. The only thing that has changed is the roads and the internet. That's it. They got new internet. They got new roads. That's it.
Yeah, I'm born and raised in Atlanta, Georgia. And it's a saying here. I've been here my whole life. Because, Atlanta, everybody, all black people concentrate in Atlanta. You got white people, too. You got everybody, but, Atlanta is mainly a black city. But it's a saying. I've been here my whole life. It goes like this. Right now, you in Atlanta. But 20 minutes in any direction, your ass still in Georgia. So, then right next door to Georgia, Alabama, South Carolina, North Carolina, Tennessee. So you still in the South, 20 minutes in any direction from Atlanta, your ass still in the South. Like I said last video, I've been in the city of Atlanta. About 2 years ago, I had jury duty downtown Atlanta. We give us a little lunch break, go outside, going to lunch. What did I see? A KKK rally right down the Capitol Street, downtown Atlanta, right by the Georgia Capitol. Police escort, Georgia State Patrol escorting them. That was 2022, 23, something like that. So they still out. They still having KKK rallies in downtown Atlanta, a city full of black people with police protection. So he right. Like I say, 15 minutes in any direction, you still in Georgia. And all those KKK members, they sheriffs of these counties, these little counties outside of Atlanta. They the sheriffs, they deputies, they fire chiefs, firefighters, they judges. So yeah, he's telling the truth.
is still stuck in the 1940s outside of the city of Atlanta. I'm telling you the truth, but I'm going to be honest. They're not going to solve this crime because this is a sundown town in the South. These people is not going to tell you what went on. I cover so many stories like this, and I go back to check for updates. Still nothing. The cops not going to talk because they're in on it. And I'm going to tell you why. Because they're stealing organs. You got to look at all these cases. It's always young, healthy black men. Make that make sense. And don't you find it weird? They said they were shot, right? But they never mentioned what type of gun. They never really even mentioned a gun in the articles. All they said was gunshot wounds. But I'm telling you, this is what they do in these sundown towns. They get you some locals. They get the locals on the news and say, oh, I can't believe this happened. Trust me, it's not the first time they happened. I read it to you. They have a history of this. And if it's only 1,002 people, trust me, they know their history. And again, I'm going to tell you why they won't release that autopsy right now. Like I say, this happened March 8th. And you telling me you can't release the autopsy because you saying the investigation is still going on? I'm going to tell you why they can't release it, because they stole organs out of these young men's bodies, and they have to put their bodies back together and make it look like what they said it was, a gunshot wound. So my people in Georgia, please be careful because it's a lot going on out there. I know people talk about black on black crime, and we have to watch out for that too. We have to watch out for that. But for the most part, watch out for these racist Caucasian people because they are stealing organs now. They doing it in Alabama. I did stories about that. They doing it all across the country. So please pay attention, especially with these airports. Start dropping your people off at the airports. Don't depend on an Uber. Don't let them drive themselves. None of that. Drop your people off so you can make sure they make it there safely, because I did multiple stories of people headed to the airport and they never seen again. So rest in peace to those twins. Man, I hate covering these stories. I'm out.
Man, you never know. They could be a possibility. They could be stealing organs. It's real strange that they're supposed to have been in Boston. They're up in the Georgia mountains. Both shot to death. Twins. I'm just curious of how they got up there. Were they lured? Were they going to? I don't know, man. It's just strange, man. I hope the truth comes out. I really do. Like this introverted rock star, I'm gonna leave a link to the video, to his video and channel. Go check him out, give him a like, give him a subscribe. He made good content. You see, I react to a lot of his content. He made real good content. And like this video and subscribe to the channel. Help me grow this channel, man. I'm gonna catch y'all later. Peace.